All right, race fans, they're going to roll in a little bit of the moisture that was laid down by track owner Clint Gann. $800 to win here for your POWRi Super Stocks. You got Danny O'Neill and Mark Davis on that front row. Donnie Miller and Derek Weiss, row number 2. Aaron Odell and Derek Brown, row number 3. Little bit of speed coming out of 4. Again, race fans, $800 on the line here for your POWRi Super Stocks. Heat number 1, your one and only heat for your Super Stocks here tonight. We're going to get the one to go from the starter's stand. That means the next time they come out of turn number 4, they're going to turn these fire-breathing dragons loose. Lights off at the line. We got the lights off out at turn number 4. We're going to be green flag racing. Danny O'Neill, Mark Davis on that front row. Donnie Miller, Derek Weiss, row number 2. Ace O'Neill and Derek Brown going to be the third and final row. Keith the flag man up there going to do the jig. Going to wiggle the wig as they go down into turn number 3. O'Neill, Davis, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to hit the green tire. Green flag, no! No, 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 no. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow flag out, so we're going to stack them and pack them back up, bumper to bumper, door to door, as we're going to try this one more again. Down the back stretch, they're going to go Danny O'Neill, Mark Davis out front. Keith the flag man's going to do the jig. Down into 3. Again, hit the green tire, hammer down, green flag in the air. Down into 1 and 2. Mark Davis going to be on the top shelf as here comes the 53 of Danny O'Neill. Donnie Miller going to go down to the back stretch into number 3 spot. Derek Brown going to be all over that back bumper. Derek Weiss holding on to 3rd as they come out of turn 4. Lap 1 going to go to Derek. Mark Davis going to have lap number 1. Danny O'Neill going to be sitting there in 2nd. Derek Brown, Donnie Miller, door to door down the back stretch. They're going to go as we go into turn number 3. The battle for 3rd is underway as it is Davis O'Neill. Derek Brown up into that number 3 spot. Donnie Miller shuffles on back into 4th. Derek Weiss 5th. And Ace O'Neill going to round out the field in that number 6 spot. Oh, look out! Oh, Danny O'Neill loops it in 1 and 2, or 3 and 4. Going to park it down to the bottom side. Mark Davis going to be out front. Derek Brown going to be sitting in 2nd. Derek Weiss jumps over to the number 3 spot. O'Neill just going to park it down there. He might have trouble, but out front it is all the 56 of Mark Davis. Derek Brown going to try to run him down. O'Neill's got it fired back up. Ah, here we go. The 11 of Derek Brown on the attack, on the hunt, on the prowl. Is he going to go down the back stretch, door to door with Mark Davis, your race leader? Down into 3 and 4, they're going to be door to door. Coming to the white flag. It is still Mark Davis by a bumper. 1 and 2 going to be silhouetting it down the back stretch for the final time. Down into 3 they're going to go. Checkered flag to the 56 of Mark Davis. Derek Brown, Donnie Miller, 1, 2, and 3. So Mark Davis picks up the heat race win. Derek Brown tried to run him down, but he didn't get it around. As it is going to be Mark Davis, your heat race winner. Derek Brown 2nd, and Donnie Miller going to round out that top 3 podium. Danny O'Neill looked like he had a lot of trouble there in that heat race as he pretty much spent most of it down there in 3 and 4. Hopefully he can get her lined out before the feature. And that's going to wrap up your super stocks. Up next going to be your Midwest mods. Heat number 1 on the pole. Going to be the 8-6 of Tyler Cadunston, last week's feature winner. And on his outside, the 65 of the opportunist Trent Wynn. Row number 2 going to be the 28D of Dylan Dampier and the 7C of Derek Cook. And row number 3 all by his lonesome. Going to be the 43 of Jamie Petty. So Jamie Petty going to be back there on that third and final row all by himself like the chess club president on prom night, as it is going to be Tyler Cadunston, last week's feature winner, Trent Wynn up there on the outside. Dylan Dampier, Derek Cook going to be row number 2. Down into 3, they're going to hit the green cone. Green flag going to be up and in the air. Trent Wynn going to go jump out to an early race lead as Tyler Cadunston going to try to run him down the back stretch. They go. Derek Cook going to be sliding up into the number 3 spot. Dylan Dampier shuffles on back into 4th. Out of turn 4, lap number 1, going to go to the 65 of Trent Wynn. Tyler Cadunston going to try to run him down. Opportunist. He started on the outside pole. He's now into the lead. Tyler Cadunston trying to run down that 65. Derek Cook sits in 3rd. He's got the 28D of Dylan Dampier, then the 43 of Jamie Petty. As 1 and 2 starting to create a lot of separation between them and the rest of the field. Down out of turn number 4. It is still Trent Wynn. Trent Wynn starting to create that separation. They're in that 65 machine. Tyler Cadunston sitting there in 2nd. Derek Cook holds on to 3rd. Dylan Dampier, Jamie Petty rounds out the field. Here we go. They're going to come out of turn number 4. You're going to see the doctor's jacket in the air. One more circuit around for the 65 of Trent Wynn. Tyler Cadunston going to be sitting there in 2nd. Derek Cook 3rd. Down into turn 3 for the final time. Out of turn number 4. Black and white for the 65 of Trent Wynn. Tyler Cadunston 2nd. And Derek Cook 3rd. So the 65 of Trent Wynn, the opportunist, is going to pick up the heat race win. Tyler Cadunston going to take in 2nd. And the 7C of Derek Cook going to round out the podium in the top 3. That's going to wrap up heat number 1. Up next going to be heat number 2 on the pole. Going to be the 14 of John Newell on his outside, the 87 of Aaron Odell. Row number 2 going to be the 16A of Shannon Geller on his outside, the 4 of Caleb Rhodes, and riding shotgun in row number 3 going to be the 15R of Oakley Ragland. Down the back stretch, they're going to go. We got the lights off when they come out of turn 4. We're going to be green flag. John Newell out there on the pole. Aaron Odell going to be sitting in 2nd. Here we go. Green flag is up and out. Oh, John Newell slides way up the hill. Into the wall he goes. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So the 14 of the 14 of John Newell slides up the hill and gives the wall up there in 1 and 2 a little smooch.
That is fluorescent orange. Thank you very much.
Look, she's white as a piece of paper. It don't matter. All right, we're going to stack them back up. Aaron O'Dell going to be on the pole since we didn't get a lap completed. The 16A is Shannon Geller going to be on the outside. Caleb Rhodes, Oakley Ragland, John Newell rounds out the field. Out of 4, green flag in the air as we are going to hustle on down to the 1 and 2. Shannon Geller jumps out. Oh, look out. Oakley Ragland gives Aaron O'Dell a little shot to the shorts. Here comes the 4 of Caleb Rhodes. He's going to slingshot down to the bottom side of Aaron O'Dell. Down through 3 and 4, and a turn 4, lap 1 going to Shannon Geller. Caleb Rhodes going to go right to the top shelf as he's going to have himself a 3-wheeler down the backstretch. Right now, Shannon Geller going to be your race leader, but Caleb Rhodes right there on the back bumper. Oakley Ragland in no man's land by himself in 3rd. Aaron O'Dell 4th, John Newell 5th. Rhodes taking the long way around the track as he's going top shelf. Out of turn 4, you got a new race leader, the 4R of Caleb Rhodes. Look out, O'Dell goes around. As Aaron O'Dell going to jump back up onto the speedway. 1, 2, and 3, way ahead of 4 and 5. As it is Rhodes, Geller, and Ragland. Caleb Rhodes out front. Look at the left front, way in the air. He's got himself a 3-wheeler. The battle for 4th is underway between O'Dell and Newell. Out of turn 4, white flag, 1 to go. Out of turn number 4, you're going to see the checkered flag for the 4 of Caleb Rhodes, Shannon Geller, and Oakley Ragland. So the 4 of Caleb Rhodes picks up the win. Shannon Geller 2nd, Oakley Ragland 3rd. And that's going to wrap up. We got it. That's going to wrap up your POWRi Midwest Mods. Up next going to be heat number 1 for your POWRi Pure Stocks. On the pole going to be the 21 of Peyton McDowell. And on his outside, the 78 of Orso Sterling. Row number 2 going to be the 17 of Austin Wilson. On his outside, the 12 of Greg Dykstra. Row number 3, all by his lonesome, the 5 of Justin McDowell. So you got the McDowell boys up here in heat number 1. Peyton McDowell on the outside of row, or the inside of row 1. Orso Sterling, Austin Wilson, Greg Dykstra, Justin McDowell. Lights are off. They're going to go down into turn number 3. They're going to hit that green cone, and we're going to hammer down as the green flag going to be up and out for 8 circuits around. Peyton McDowell jumps out early to the race lead. Austin Wilson's moves up to 2nd, and Justin McDowell going to move up into that number 3 spot. Orso Sterling sits in 4th ahead of the 12 of Greg Dykstra. That was a close one, ladies and gentlemen. As 1, 2, and 3 all single file down the back stretch. Starting to pull away from Orso Sterling, who sits in fourth, but out front it is the 21 of Peyton McDowell. Oh, the black flag comes out for Orso Sterling. Black flag for Orso Sterling. Yellow, 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 yellow. So the yellow flag comes out for the 21 of Peyton McDowell as he kind of looped it around over there in turn 4. Orso Sterling in the 78 got the black flag, which means he is disqualified from this heat race. He's going to have to go pit side. I believe he had a leak, but I'm not 100% sure. So right now it is Austin Wilson up there in the 17, followed in by Justin McDowell, and then the 12 of Greg Dykstra. The 21 of Peyton McDowell is going to go backside as he looped it around over there in turn 4. Just have a seat wherever you'd like. We're not picky. They had no idea I was talking to them either. Oh, wait, now I think she does. I think she realized we was talking about them. Yeah, the flannel shirt, and the guy's like trying to hide his face right now. He's like, oh God, we've been caught. And just go ahead and wave up the announcer's booth. I won't wave back. And since they showed up late, I'm gonna pick on them all night long. And she's excited about that. He's like, good God, why did we come here? Because it's awesome, that's why. I tell you what, if you're embarrassed, I can just hand you the mic.
I'm not at all.
See, I love announcing from the crowd. Mostly because I don't have to walk up and down all them stairs. Marilyn, you act like it's cold out.
They know you.
Yeah.
Are you sure they do?
Yeah. I don't know you. Out of turn 4, green.
The race is on.
Down in 1 and 2, Austin Wilson's going to have the race lead. Justin McDowell going to be sitting there in second. Greg Dykstra down to the bottom side of the 21 of Peyton McDowell as they're going to be door-to-door down the backstretch into turn number 3. Austin Wilson holds on, but here comes the 5 of McDowell. Justin McDowell going to be on the attack, on the hunt, and on the prowl as he's going to come out of turn 2 down to the bottom side, going to get to the rear quarter panel. Austin Wilson not going to give it up as you got the 21 of Peyton McDowell going to go to the top shelf as they come out of turn number 4. Peyton McDowell going to take the road less traveled, go to the top shelf, 3 wide out of 2 down the backstretch as it's about to get a little bit dicey here. Coming out of turn number 4, white flag, 3-car battle. Final circuit around. Can Austin Wilson in the 17 hold on? Or is the 21 of Peyton McDowell going to squeeze away down the backstretch for the final time into turn number 3? Out of turn number 4, checkered flag, 17 of Austin Wilson. Austin Wilson, Peyton McDowell, and Justin McDowell going to be your top 3. Whew, that got dicey. Hold on, where'd Greg go? Oh, he must have already exited. Up next, going to be heat number 2. On the pole, you got the 25 of Aaron Rickson on his outside, the N42 of Chad Nivens. Row number 2 going to be the 14 of Derek Davis and the 24 of Trevor Ellingson. And row number 3 all by his lonesome, the 03 of Dustin Harrell. And a 3 out of 4. Green flag going to be in the air. Whoa! We're going to be 3 wide down the front stretch into turn number 1. Chad Nevin's going to jump out to an early race lead. Derek Davis, Trevor Ellington going to be right there battling out for that number 2 spot. As Aaron Rick's going to shuffle on back into the number 4 spot. Out of turn number 4, it is going to be Chad Nevis to the race lead, but I have Derek Davis right down there to the bottom side. Here comes Trevor Ellington. He's going to go to the back bumper of Derek Davis. Now Chad Nevin's going to get pushed up to the top side of the speedway. Derek Davis slides it up the hill. Out of turn 4, you got a new race leader. Derek Davis holds on to the race lead, but Trevor Ellington right there all over that back bumper. As it is a 3-car battle for the race lead. Little bit of transmission smoke, it looks like, coming off the 24 of Ellington car, but he's going to stay rolling. Oh, Chad Nevin's trying to get to the back bumper. Oh, doctor. Down in the 1 and 2, it is still Derek Davis, Trevor Ellington, Chad Nevin's going to be your top 3, followed in by Aaron Ricks and Dustin Harrell. Derek Davis running the bottom side of the speedway, catfishing it. Trevor Ellington all over the back bumper. Oh, Ellington's got to run out of 2 down the back stretch. They're going to be door to door. Down into 3, they're going to go. Derek Davis going to have to slide up the hill. Going to go to the top side. Ellington down to the bottom side. Still Derek Davis to the race lead. Oh, yeah, Derek Davis brings back the lead as he goes down the back stretch and into 3 and 4. As Ellington down to the bottom side, trying everything he can to get up there. Derek Davis just a little bit quicker as the white flag comes out. His checkers are records time. Here we go to the checkered flag. The 14 of Derek Davis. Trevor Ellington and Chad Nivens going to be your top 3. So Derek Davis, Trevor Ellington, and Chad Nivens going to be your top 3. That's going to wrap up your Power Eye Pure Stocks. Up next, going to be your Power Eye B-Mods on the pole. Going to be the 5 of Robert White, and on his outside, the 2 of Eric Graves. Row number 2, going to be the 77 of Jeremy Hazel, and the 56 of the young gun, Hoyt Miller. And row number 3, you got the 1B of Big Bad Bobby Williams, and the 5C of Brian Cook. Flag is going to be out and underway as we're going to hustle on down to 1 and 2. And Bobby Williams going to make it a 3-car, 3 wide down into turn number 3. Look out! Yellow, 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 yellow for the 77 of Jeremy Hazel. Whew, I'll tell you what. That got real dicey down there going into turn 3. So down there in turn 3. Eric Graves started to get a little sideways. He got saved by the 5 of Robert White. Lights are off. Robert White, Eric Graves on the front row. Bobby Williams, Hoyt Miller, row 2. Green flags up and out and in the air. They're going to be 3 wide for second all the way down the front stretch. 3 wide down the back stretch for first. As here we go again down into 3 and 4. 4 cars battling for the race lead. Yellow, 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 yellow. So that makes 2 yellows for the 77 of Jeremy Hazel, which means he's going to go pit side. All right, the 1B, a big bad Bobby Williams going to lead him on down the front or the back stretch. Eric Graves, Hoyt Miller going to be row number 2. Robert White, Brian Cook. Green flag is up and out. Here we go. Down to the 1 and 2. Bobby Williams going to have the race lead. Here comes Hoyt Miller to the outside of Eric Graves. And Graves and Hoyt Miller make contact. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Eric Graves drove it in a little too aggressive and made contact with the 56 of the young gun, Hoyt Miller. And yep, around they both went. Bobby Williams, your race leader. Hoyt Miller sits in second. Robert White third. The young gun, Hoyt Miller, sits there in second. He tries to run down. That one be a Bobby Williams. Robert White going to hold on to third. Eric Graves going to be sitting up in fourth, trying to run down Robert White. Bobby Williams out front all by himself like the chess club president on prom night. As the 56 of Hoyt Miller tries to run him down. They're going to go down into turn number 3. Led in by Bobby Williams. We're going to see the white flag. 1 to go. Hoyt Miller Robert White. Out of turn 4, checkered flag for the 1B of Bobby Williams. Hoyt Miller, Robert White, 1, 2, and 3. So Bobby Williams picks up the heat race win. The young gun Hoyt Miller sits in second, and Robert White going to round out the podium in third. Up next going to be heat number 2 for your Power IB mods, and here's how they're going to line up. On the pole going to be the 16M of the Batman, Brian Myers, and on his outside the 5W of the Apex Predator, Derek Watson. Row number 2 going to be the 49 of Mason Roden, on his outside the G12 of Austin Greer, and row number 3 going to be the 68 of Donnie Betts. All right, here we go. We shut the lights off. Y'all know what that means, right? That means when we come out of turn 4, we're going to be green flag racing. Hey, you there in the Trent Wynn hoodie, you might want to pay attention because we got modifieds on the track. Out of turn number 4, green flag going to be in the air. Derek Watson jumps out to an early race lead. Brian Myers second, Austin Greer third. Oh, the 68 of Donnie Betts got real close to making contact as lap 1 going to go to Watson. Derek Watson going to be your race leader as they come out of turn 4 for lap number 2. Brian Myers, Austin Greer third. Single file. Single file through this heat race as we are single file all the way through the field. It is Derek Watson out front with a good little lead over the 16M of Brian Myers, followed in by Austin Greer, Donnie Betts, and Mason Roden. Watson almost a full straightaway lead on Brian Myers as they're going to come out of turn number 4. Derek Watson still going to be your race leader. Brian Myers, Austin Greer going to be 2 and 3. Donnie Betts 4th and Mason Roden 5th. As it is again single file all the way through the field. Out of turn 4, going to see the doctor's jacket. 1 to go. Out of turn 4, going to see the checkered flag for the 5W of Derek Watson. Brian Myers, Austin Greer, 1, 2, and 3. So Derek Watson picks up the heat race win. Brian Myers second. Austin Greer going to round out the podium in that top number 3 spot. as that is going to put an end to our heat races here tonight. Yeah, Ron, you hold. Hey, what are you doing? We still got feature races. We got a little hot lap session here from a late model.